So YouTube has made the very bold decision to bring back creators that they have previously terminated. Some creators are going to be having the option to actually bring their channels back. They announced last month their plan to allow previously banned users and their content back on the video platform. The details of it are messy. I know it had something to do with Donald Trump requesting them to do it because of like people getting banned for COVID-19 misinformation. But regardless, now terminated creators now have a second chance where they basically say YouTube has evolved and changed over the past 20 years. We've had our share of second chances to get things right with our community. And the way this will work is some previously banned users will see the option to request a new account when they sign into their old pages starting on Thursday. The option won't be available right away, but a YouTube spokesperson said the platform wants to make sure wait times aren't too long as it reviews each request. Users are not going to have the option until 1 year after their original channel was terminated. So if you just had your channel get banned yesterday, sorry, you're going to have to wait a year. Requests will be reviewed based on considerations such as whether the user's rules violations were, quote, severe and persistent. YouTube said in its Thursday post, think for example whether they previously tried to circumvent YouTube's rules by attempting to create a new account while on a temporary suspension, the spokesperson said. YouTube will also consider a user's behavior on third-party platforms to gauge whether they could, quote, continue to harm the YouTube community. So they're going to actually look at things that you've posted on Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, all that type of stuff and see if you're still, I guess, in YouTube's eyes, problematic. This pilot won't be available to creators terminated for copyright infringement, those who have violated our creator responsibility policies, or those who deleted their YouTube channel / Google account. So it sounds like it's more so for people who have violated like the community guidelines for things like violence, misinformation, things like that. So when they are approved, they're not going to be able to fire up their own channels with their original follower list. They're going to have to start afresh. But users can actually re-upload their old content from their old accounts as long as it follows YouTube's current rules. And because YouTube's community guidelines have changed, videos that may have been contributed to a user's previous banning, for example, with false claims about COVID-19 or the 2020 election, may now be permitted. And they also have the option to get back into YouTube's partner program to earn money from their channel once it meets the program's guidelines, and rules enforcement will start fresh too. They will be subject to the same 3-strike policy as any new user, according to the spokesperson. But remember though, if YouTube deems something that you did offensive or egregious enough, they can actually ban you without the 3-strike policy. I've seen it happen before. Now, YouTube is doing this because they said that the change aligns with a broader push to ensure users fully understand the rules before they are booted from the platform. They made a letter announcing the change earlier this month, where they said they want to actually reflect the commitment to free expression. They're saying that they value conservative voices on the platform and recognize that these creators have extensive reach and play an important role in civic discourse. And Team YouTube actually made a post about this too. So this is happening on Thursday, October 9th, 2025. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading this video today or tomorrow. The way they're going to be reviewing requests is they're going to be considering a variety of factors like the severity or persistence of the original violations, or whether a creator's on/ or off platform activity harmed or may continue to harm the YouTube community. And like I said earlier, you do have to wait until 1 year after your channel's termination date. So as you guys would imagine, there was some community reaction to this. One of the people who want their channels back is Sneako, who said, "You owe me money and my channel back." And it says, "Your channel won't be put back on YouTube at this time. Your channel wasn't following our community guidelines policy. We removed it to protect our community. You can no longer appeal to this channel because the deadline October 4, 2023 has passed. Currently, your channel does not have access to YouTube's pilot program to apply for a new channel. Please stay tuned." So they're not allowing him back on the platform. It's sad that this is considered a hot take, and I know this might offend some people, but I'm going to say it anyways because I just don't care. This piece of shit should not be back on the platform. If you guys don't know who Sneako is a creator who has advocated for child marriage before. He said something along the lines of, oh, if a 14 or 15-year-old is physically mature enough and their parents consent, then they should be allowed to get married. What the fuck? Like, I mean, he should not be on this platform. I know this has turned into some whole liberal and conservative thing, but I really hope that both sides of the political spectrum can agree that pedophilia is not okay. Can we all agree on that? And by the way, he was advocating for those teenagers to get married to adults, like a 14 or 15-year-old girl getting married to an adult. I'm sorry, but fuck this guy. He should never be on the platform. I don't know if that's why he got banned, but I really hope YouTube doesn't allow him back though. I mean, and you guys remember that infamous video of him saying that one movie, Cuties, which showed actual kids twerking and stuff like that. And he said that it was a great movie. That guy's just a freak and a weirdo. I don't like him at all. Which brings me to what I was going to say. I mean, there's a lot of people that YouTube has banned, which I really do believe that they rightfully banned them. It's not just people saying crazy opinions about unharmful things. It's people saying crazy shit where they're influencing the masses and making them think some crazy shit. Sneako is someone who is infamously considered like a pedo enabler because every time he makes videos talking about his opinions on kids, so many weirdo pedos are over in the comments saying, oh, I agree. Yeah, a 14 and 15-year-old should be allowed to do this and that. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, like I said, the fact that what I'm saying is considered somewhat of a hot take in this community is kind of wild because I know this guy has a lot of fans. But I don't know, man. Weirdos like this should not be allowed back on the platform. Like I said, I don't really give a shit what side of the political platform you're on, whether you're liberal, conservative, left wing, right wing. I don't give a crap. At the end of the day, we need to protect kids, and we should not have people like this piece of shit saying that, oh, you should be allowed to get married as long as your parents consent. It doesn't matter if you're 15 or as long as you're, quote, physically developed. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Whatever. I mean, that type of stuff just gets me heated. But anyways, another creator named Moaz was talking about how YouTube is letting terminated creators back. He actually had a meeting with YouTube, and what they told him directly is terminated users will start seeing a new button in their YouTube studio where you can request a new channel. And this is rolling out slowly. Requests are only available if you've been terminated for at least 1 year. Multiple factors that are considered in the review. Severe violators of YouTube guidelines will not be allowed back. But if you made an honest mistake, you have a good chance to come back to YouTube. If you're terminated again, no third chance. So basically, the people who are getting their channels restored, they are on thin ice. If they mess up one more time, they're going to be banned forever. Somebody did ask if the request will be reviewed by a person or a dumb AI, just like how everything is reviewed on YouTube. And Moaz claims it'll all be manually reviewed. Some channels will be approved in days and some will be approved in weeks. It just depends on what the creator did originally to get terminated, because they will review your entire channel. Someone else said, why not reinstate the original channel? Moaz says, mainly because channel terminations are still a serious thing, so if that did happen, something must have been a reason. They'd rather let creators get a second chance in general, the same way most other apps work. So basically, you're not going to get all your followers back, you're not going to get all your subscribers back, but you at least do have another chance to be back on the platform. I did see some other people saying something along the lines of, well, why don't terminated creators just make a new channel? That's because they're not allowed to technically. For example, Sneako, that piece of shit I was talking about earlier. If he had made a second channel on YouTube, the second YouTube found it, then they would terminate his channel again, because it is against YouTube's rules to make a new channel if your previous channel has been permanently banned. Moaz also replied to someone else and says, honestly, such a W move from them. I think giving creators second chances is a really important thing, as long as the mistake they made wasn't severe. Yeah, I can mostly agree with that. But like I said, you know, some of the weirdos and the freaks that were on the platform, like the Sneakos and EDPs and all that, I really hope they don't get back on the platform. I actually support them getting banned. I know people are going to say the whole, oh, freedom of speech thing. I support freedom of speech too, but you shouldn't be allowed to talk about kids in child marriage and stuff like that. That stuff just makes me feel really weird and uncomfortable. And the fact that that type of stuff was on the platform to begin with, it's just crazy. And other people were talking about their channels getting terminated without community guidelines or any strikes. And Moaz was pointing out something that you can actually just normally appeal your channel getting banned right now. But if that appeal gets denied, that's where this new one comes in. That's where you go into your YouTube studio and do everything that he said. But yeah, so today, or, you know, maybe I'll upload this tomorrow, so I guess yesterday, YouTube is going to be bringing back some old channels that have been terminated. If you believe your channel was wrongfully terminated, be on the lookout in your YouTube studio for a new button that'll give you the option to appeal it, and you can make a new channel. And like I said, remember, you're not going to have your old followers back. You're going to have to start from scratch, but you can upload some of your old content that YouTube may have deemed offensive or went against their community guidelines and stuff like that. Remember, copyright infringement bans, you can't get your channel back. And if it hasn't been 1 year since your channel has been banned, you still can't get your channel back. You're going to have to wait. And also, they're slowly rolling this out, so this isn't available to everyone immediately. You're just going to have to wait a few days if you don't have it yet. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. What creators do you guys think they should bring back? What creators do you guys think they shouldn't bring back? Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. See ya.